What's up, guys? Tubbs here, and Evo 2024 is officially over. I was gonna do like a day one, day two, day three kind of thing, like a before and after, but honestly, I kind of forgot. So I'm just doing it after, like the aftermath of everything, all in one go. But overall it went pretty well. Day one pools, I actually got out on winner side. You know, like pretty. I guess I had a perfect run on day one. So got out winner side, wasn't too bad. I was pretty nervous, but it worked out in the end. A bunch of matchups I didn't really know, but I kind of just played it super safe and kind of let them hang themselves, and it worked out. Second day is when it got tough. I did do some research on my opponent on the second day because of my first round pool. Like first round of second day, there was like some tournament footage of the player I had to play against, and that he played Jin and Devil Jin. So I knew I was going to be up for a mirror match, which I don't like mirror matches, but at least I knew the matchup. So on the day of the tournament, day two, of course I chose Jin. He was hovering Jin and I chose Jin. But after I chose Jin, he like paused for a second and he like really thought about it. And then he switched to Devil Jin because he didn't like the mirror match and he'd rather do Devil Jin instead of like a Jin mirror. But he told me it was strange because, all of his friends was telling me Devil Jin is his main, but day one and before he played me, he was just gonna play Jin the entire time. So I don't know what that was about. But anyways, I ended up losing that, and I ended up being in losers. So I had a really difficult road to climb to get out of round two. So since I lost that, I had to win four more to climb out. I ended up winning three, and then on the final match, I lost. So at the very end of round two, I was eliminated. So my tournament run was 6-2. I ended up placing 193 out of 4,600 entrants, something like that. So not too bad. I was pretty proud of that, but I really wish I could have made it further. But I mean, at least I didn't drown in pools, and overall it was a pretty good experience. And then day three, well, I only watched like half of top eight, so I'll just have to, catch the rerun later. In the end, but I found Edge randomly just sitting at a casual setup, so I actually got to play a lot of casual games against him. Of course, I got washed, but it was still a good experience because, you think you know everything, like the fundamentals, your combos, and resets, and all this other stuff. You play a world-class player, and it's like honestly a world of difference, and you're like asking yourself, man, what exactly am I missing? Because you're doing everything right. You're sidestepping. You're doing footsies with punishment, block punishment. Feels like you are playing, real Tekken. But when you play against those pros, it's just like they're on another level, and you're like, man, what's going on? But yeah, I'll upload that footage later, so look out for that. But overall, Evo 2024, yeah, it was a good experience. I'll show a little bit more footage of the venue, so stay tuned for that. And with that, I will leave you guys until next time. Bye! Alright, what's up, guys? And it is about a little over a week after Evo, so yeah, I'm definitely a little bit late, but I just wanted to add this short clip, on top of buying like post-Evo performance and all that. I just wanted to talk about Evo venue itself outside of the tournament, and just comparing it to like last year's, right? So from 2023 to 2024, while I personally did better in general, well, this is my first time entering Tekken, so really hard to compare because I didn't enter Tekken last year, but I didn't care for Tekken 7 at the time. But my Tekken 8 performance was better than my Street Fighter 6 performance last year. So personally, it was better. But if I had to be honest, I would say last year's Evo was just better run. because they just had better merch and they were like giving out free like T-shirts, and they had like this huge uh, Capcom setup where you like do a bunch of activities for like, they had Kami Cash, so you just you do a bunch of activities, shoot basketball or do other or play someone in like a Street Fighter match, and if you win you get more bucks, Kami Cash, and then you could spend it on buying like a bunch of like swag, I guess, whether it be comics, T-shirts, or other stuff, right? Like a book bag. And I just felt like they didn't really have any activities like this year. Like this year, all it was just, oh, you go line up at Fatal Fury, you can get a lanyard, or 2XKO, you can get a lanyard for that, and Tekken, and basically you play a bunch of games for just a lanyard. That was it. It was no, I mean, they gave you a, when you register for your Evo badge, they gave you a Evo Cup, but they did that last year as well. So I felt like, I guess the whole overall, setup, production, whatever you want to call it, which is way better last year. On top of the fact that it was like half the price of this year, and I think what pissed off a lot of people was like, this year early registration was like $250, and part of what you're paying for was to watch like the Evo Grand Finals top six in the stadium, but not everyone could get in, even though everyone paid for it. It was a first come first served basis, and yeah, if you weren't there early, that line wrapped around the whole venue like 2-3 times. It was ridiculous, and once you left the area, you couldn't get back in. So there are some people who, sorry about that, I'm in a Discord call by myself, so it'll kick me off if I'm in it too long. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm using Discord as a ghetto green screen, so 3 minutes is my time limit, so apologize about that. Anyways, yeah, if you left the stadium and you tried to get back in, they wouldn't let you get back in, and there were some people who left their items in there and couldn't go back in to get it, and that's just terrible. Like, if I can't go back in, then sure, but at least let me go back in and get my stuff. Like, you can go ahead and escort me inside, and I get my stuff, and then I'll walk right back out. So that upset a lot of people, and rightfully so. That's kind of messed up. But yeah, so last year I was able to go on the top six, final stadium and all that, and watch it, right? But even despite that, that was still cheaper than this year's, and not everyone could get in. And last year you had to pay for that, and if you didn't pay for that, you couldn't go in. But you didn't pay extra. And this year, everyone had to pay for it, regardless of whether you went or not. And not everyone was guaranteed a spot. I didn't go this year, but I didn't really care because you can always rewatch the top six, but there are some people just playing games casually, while the top six was going on. And for me, I was actually able to play Edge in Tekken, right? So you don't get that opportunity often. So I would rather just play Edge for as long as I can, or any other top level pro, to get that experience, and then I could just rewatch top six. But that's just me personally, and I already watched it last year, so I figured no biggie. But yeah, overall, I guess that's my experiences. The arcade was cool. I wish I actually captured footage of the arcade, but I actually didn't. But so the arcade might have been a little bit better than last year, but overall, there weren't really activities you could do like last year. I think the only thing they had, at least for Capcom, was like an Akuma scavenger hunt where you do certain activities, like you take a selfie at a certain cabinet, or you get certain cosplays or match footage. You get like an Akuma keychain, but that's about it. So not even that special. It's not like a book bag or a T-shirt. But yeah, those are my experiences with Evo 2024. I think last year's was better, and it was at the Mandalay Bay. This year was at the Las Vegas Convention Center, West Hall. So I don't know what it's going to be next year, and I don't know the pricing of what it's going to be next year. Hopefully it doesn't even get even more expensive, like 300 plus. So at that point, I don't even know if it's worth it anymore, and I might just go to like other tournaments, like like, hold on, let me turn back, like CEO or something like that. Yeah, CEO. Battleground doesn't exist anymore, but they should bring it back. DreamHack. Yeah, some of these other tournaments that are just less expensive. If Evo's gonna be this ridiculous, and like you're paying more and now you're getting less. Not the biggest fan of that, but I guess we'll see. We have another year to wait, or I guess you'll find out before Evo Day. So we definitely have some time. But I think that's really all I have for you guys. And sorry for the ghetto green screen, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe I'll make a dummy account and call myself so that I can have like a more than 3-minute green screen. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. That's my Evo 2024 experience, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna upload the footage of me playing Edge in casuals, and so look out for that. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.